Hi guys, this is how to trade a signal properly. So let's say you get a signal like this, right? We say gold buy now 2740 2738. First thing you do, you open your trading app. You will go to your chart to see what the price the market is at the particular point in time, right? So now that you're at your chart and you want to they said to buy gold and they gave you a range. Let's just imagine that this is where the price is at. Let's just imagine that other thing that we're seeing now has not happened. Now, two things. How do you know where the price is at? This line here that you're seeing over here at this corner, these are the prices, and this line shows you the current market price, right? This line shows you the current market price. Now, let's just assume, for the sake of this example, that this line isn't here and it is here around, let's say here, right? 39. So let me bring this as an example. Let me just bring a line. So let's say the price, this is the price, not this one on top here. Please pay attention. If you don't understand what I have just said, just simply rewind, go back and watch it, because I'm trying to be as clear as possible. Now, we're assuming that you've been given this trade here and this is the price right now. What do? You have two options. One, you wait for the price to reach the smaller entry, which is 2738, or you enter now, or you enter before it reaches 2740. Now pay attention carefully. I'm going to remove this blue line that we're seeing here. I'm going to remove it because I want to show you something, how to calculate how much you're going to be risking per trade. So I'm going to remove it now. Now, do you see this clock sign here? If you tap on the clock sign, this thing will come out, right? For you to know how much you're going to be risking, you're going to use this. Move this to the price you plan on entering at. Whether it is already active, let's say you want to enter at this price, it doesn't matter. At whatever price you want to enter, if you want to enter at current market price, or you want to enter at the price that they gave you, it does not matter. Move it to that price, right? It moves. So let me do that again. You tap the clock sign, move it to the price you're trying to enter at. And for the sake of this example, let's say we're trying to enter at 2738, right? Or let's say 2739. We see that, okay, the market price is currently 2739. How much do we know we're going to risk for this trade? We go back to the signal. What's the SL? The first thing you should check before the TP is the SL. The SL is 2736. Tap on SL. It's going to show like this. Move it. It moves. Move it to the price at the SL price that you are given. 2736. Try and get it as close as possible. I know it will be hard. Just try and get it as close as possible. Now, from this trade, let's say you're using 0.01. From this trade with 0.01, I know that if I enter at this current market price that we're assuming is this price, let's say I enter at this price, I'm going to be losing $3.39. The first question you ask yourself is, if I lose this $3.39, how will it affect me? Am I okay with that amount of loss? Yes or no? If you're okay with that amount of loss, then you can go ahead and place the order. But now, pay attention to this part. Is very important. If I move this buy limit, this blue thing, down to the price that they gave us for the original entry, not the price that I saw the market at, but the price that the person that gave me the signal entered at. If I move it to that price, what do I see? What do I see? Do you see how the price is reducing? The price of the SL is reducing. Do you see? Now, instead of losing $3.39, how much am I losing? Just $2. I am losing just $2. Now, isn't $2 a smaller loss than 3.39? Yes. Imagine if I entered the market and the market was at let's put that back. Let's say the market was at 240. It's still within the zone, right? Yes, technically it is still within the zone. But how much are you going to lose at that 240? Look at that. You are going to lose almost $4 at that 240. Ask yourself, am I okay with this loss? If you're okay with the loss and this is the price that you enter the market at, you will place the signal and don't complain. Period. Do not place the signal and start coming to the person that sent you the signal and saying, oh, I'm not happy with my loss. Oh, SL hit, I'm sad. No, it's not financial advice. The only person that knows how much you're comfortable risking is you personally. So if you're taking a signal, you must know how much you're risking, how much you're willing to lose. If you're not comfortable with the loss, do not take the signal. Simple as that, right? So now, let's say a sensible person that has known this comes and says, okay, I actually prefer a smaller loss. So let me enter at 2738, the price that the original person that entered the market has entered, right? Even if it's not even at that price yet. For example, now, the gold might be here and they said sell gold now. Like gold might be here, right? And they say sell gold now. But they give you a range. They give you a range between here or to 2738. And you know you have a small account. Make sure you calculate to choose the one that you get the less loss from. So that when you enter that trade and it activates, you lose less than if you entered at the higher price. So now, how do you know how much you're making? Once you've set your entry, right? Let's say that again. Sorry, it's actually kind of hard to keep it in place. You set your entry, you set your SL. The next thing is to know how much you're making. For that trade, what was the SL? 2744. Now, remember, the most important thing I said there was what? This is a very short buy. Very short buy, right? Which is why as it bought, a few seconds later, I came and said, we're closing the buy. Because from my point of view, I entered at 2738. I closed the buy at, let's say, 2739. I had made, even if it's just small profit, because I knew it's a short buy. Or because I know it's going to sell a little bit more, right? So now some of you had entered at, that is why you have to try your best to trade at the exact same price. Try to trade at the exact same price as the person that is sending the signal. If you don't know what the price they entered at, just ask them, hi, tag the person and say, sorry, please, what was your entry? Shikina, that is it, so that you will trade the same thing that they are trading. You will not go and do past your power, right? So now, in this particular trade, what do we see? We see that gold would have given you $6 if TP hits. But because it was a warning, this is a short buy, means that you should not expect TP to hit on this trade, right? So you should be active to see when the person is leaving the market. Now, on a good day, TP1 will hit, so you're okay. But just for the sake of this particular example that just happened now, TP1, it was said that it was a short buy, right? It was a short buy, and that's why we left early, right? So you're trading according to how the person that is giving you the signal is trading. Now, if you're losing $2 to make $6, you're okay. Even if you're losing $4 to make $4, you're also okay. Don't ever enter, if you enter a trade, you knew how, because everybody's going to get this video. If you watch this video to this point and moving forward, you enter a trade without calculating how much you're going to lose, and SL hits, and then you come and complain that SL has hit, you're sad. You will be ignored. Nobody's going to answer you because you knew how much you were risking before entering the trade. This is not financial advice. We're just giving you signals. The person that knows how to use the signals is you. You that knows your account size. You know your account size. So you should know how much you're willing to risk, how much you're willing to make, right? Do not take a trade you're not comfortable with the loss with. Sometimes you might be scared. Be scared and take it. If you're scared and you take it, you should accept it. Even if you're scared, accept it first and then you take it. But don't take a trade you're not comfortable with the loss. Or you go and over risk. You risk 0.05. You open 5 positions. You're losing $10 and you're crying. Or you open 0.03. Maybe you open 0.01 3 times and you're losing $6 and you're crying. No. That decision was on you. It has nothing to do with the signal providers, nothing to do with any other person in the team, and everything to do with you. So if you have a small account, you have to think wisely. In as much as, yes, it means that there might be some trades you will not be able to take. It's better safe than sorry, one. And it's also better to be a little bit brave than not make any money at all. Don't take a trade. Like now, if the person that's giving the signal hasn't told you to close the trade, wait for TP1 to hit at least. Don't take the trade and then close immediately, right? So now let us say that you are on a trade let's say this trade that's running now is active, right? Just imagine that we're actively on this trade. This trade is running, is active, everything is good. Now, you want to enter what? You want to enter, the trade is active and they said break even. What does break even mean? Pay attention. Break even does not mean close your trade. No. Break even does not mean leave the market. No. It simply means this. You will tap on the trade that's running. Just imagine this trade is running now. Once you tap on it, this thing will show up. Whether you place it or not, this will show up. So just tap on it, right? Tap on the blue line or tap on the trade, the trade you put. Tap on SL and then just move it. Sometimes it might not show like this. You might have to tap on the SL from here. Tap on it and then just move the SL to where your entry point is at. Now, look at what you're going to notice. When it was at 2736, what was the loss? -$6. When it was at the entry price, what was the loss? $0. Do you understand? $0 loss. So moving your SL is protecting your account from any further loss. It simply means that you're going to stop your loss at your entry, meaning you're not going to lose any money. So when you hear break even, just tap on it, move the SL to your entry, and that is all. If the trade reverses on you, what does that mean? It means that you're not going to lose any money. You're not going to make money either, but at least you're not going to lose any money. Now, there's something you need to know too. SL is dynamic. Break even is dynamic. Let's say that you're on this trade and it's going really, really well. Imagine it just going up, up, up. So let's just use this as an example, right? And someone says break even. You break even, but it keeps going in your favor. You can easily just keep moving your SL like that. You see that the price of the SL keeps. So now, even if it comes down and hits the SL, you will still make $10. You will still make small money. So SL break even is dynamic. So you can break even if TP1 hits and you want to hold for other TPs. You break even, right, at the entry. If TP2 hits, you want to wait for other entries, other TPs. You break even at TP1. Just keep moving your SL. You can always keep moving your SL. As you're moving your SL, you can't move your SL past your TP. Obviously, you can't do that. It won't work. So that means your TP is moving. But this does not mean you should be moving your TP. Before you enter the trade, you should know what TP you're going to go for and you stick with it. You stick with the TP you're going to go for. You know it in your head. The only thing to protect your account is what? You move your SL. If the trade is going well, you want to stay in the trade, just be moving your SL. Right? But don't do it don't go and move it to here. Let's say price is here, you move it to here. You're going to be kicked out of the trade fast. Just move it, maybe 10, 20 pips. 10, 20 pips means $1 to $2 if you're trading 0.01, right? So that's just, a little bit off. So now, let's do a live example. This particular trade, let's say I want to sell, right? Let's use we're not supposed to do this, but let's just use this trade I gave in the morning, which is around this price. They said sell gold now. What's the first thing I do? Let's imagine I'm at 0.01. First thing I do is what? I tap on the clock sign. I put the price at the entry price. I go to the signal. This is the signal I took. I'm talking about here. This signal here, right? I go to the signal. I look, okay. The price is at the price that they say we should trade at. I put my tap on SL. I move the SL to the SL that they say that we should put. What's the SL that they say you should put? The SL they say you should put is 2749. I move the SL to 2749. The first question I ask myself is, if this trade hits SL, am I comfortable with a $5 loss? If the answer is yes, right? If the answer is yes, then I take the trade. If the answer is no, then I maybe wait a little for 2744 to hit. 2744 might not hit, but I might just say, okay, let me just wait. If it reaches, it reaches. If it doesn't reach, it doesn't reach, right? So now, what happens? Let's say I decide that, yes, I'm okay with the loss. Mind you, if I enter here now, the price is different too. Don't say, oh, SL. No, price is always different. So let's say I choose, okay, I'm okay with this. This 5.68 is roughly $6. So I'm okay with this $6 loss. Can I take the trade? I put SL. I sell. Just tap on this sell here, right? Tap on this sell here. Now, I put the once I tap on it, I'm in the trade. I can now put my parameters. What TP do I want to go? I say, okay, I want to do, since I'm a beginner, let me just do TP1 alone, right? I do TP1. So that means I come here, first of all, correct my SL to 49, put TP1 to 737. Then I just tap on modify. The trade is active. Now, if I tap on it like this, you see that if I tap on it like that, I will see how much, right? If I tap on it and I want to, and it's time, let's say the trade has started going in profit and I want to move my SL, just simply, it's like this. Tap on it, go to the SL, move it to your entry. Shikina, simple, right? So now, for example, in this particular trade, when will I know to break SL, to break even? That's basically, let's say around, let's say it has reached TP1 and, I have another position that's open for, let's say, no, let's just assume that I wanted to go for TP2, right? So I want to go for TP2 and I want to break even. I'll break even at TP1 or a little bit above TP1 so that, even if the trade reverses, I'm still able to keep a little bit of money. Now, all of this is a lot of information. Immediately, you might not be able to understand it, right? But if you don't understand it, watch the video again. If you don't understand it, go to your demo and just keep practicing. The more you practice, like the more you see in real life what I'm saying to you now, the more you'll be able to understand. So this video should be your holy grail of trading. This video should be your holy grail of copy and pasting signals, because it's going to allow you to make wise decisions. If your account is less than $50, do not go and be greedy and trade more than 0.01. If before you enter the trade, you have a trading plan, your trading plan says that in a day you should only risk and lose $3 or $4, and you see a signal that the loss is $5 or $6, will you take that trade? No, do not take that trade. Let it go. Another trade will come. Number one. Number two, gold is not the only trade you must take. Sometimes you see GBP USD. Sometimes you see Euro JPY, GBP JPY. You can wait for those ones. US 32 is good. US oil is good. For BTC, is for people who have a risk factor. I will not advise it for beginners. But if you know you're comfortable with the loss and you want to make BTC money, you can go and make BTC money. The only advice I'll give you is always calculate your loss so that your account does not blow. What does account blowing means? It means that your money will finish before the trade runs. So you might still be on the trade. Next thing, it just closes. You're not showing 000. It means that your account blew. Your money could not carry that trade. How do you know if your money can carry the trade or not? If the SL is more than your account, it's not going to hold. So for example, let's say in this particular trade, right? Let's say I entered 0.1. Let's just assume, for the sake of this example, that I actually entered this trade at 0.1 and not 0.01, right? So I move this. Let's say I'm already in the trade here. What is the account size right now? $50. If this trade tries to get to SL, what's SL? Like 60 something dollars. Isn't 60 something dollars more than $50? Yes. Does that not mean that this trade will does that not mean that this trade will not reach? Once it reaches $50, that my account size, it's going to close. So obviously I can't enter this kind of signal. Even if I'm a risk taker, at least let there be at least $15 left in my account so that I can trade and recover. But if you're a risk taker and you're risking your whole account, that's on you, because that trade could end up, it could go up almost close to SL, but then reverse and fall. That's another very important thing. Now, trading is very funny, right? This trade now could just go up like this. It will not even touch SL. It will just get very, very close and start going down and pass and smash TPs. So that is why if a trade is on loss and you say, oh, should I close? If you're not a signal provider, if you don't know how to analyze, you will not know whether to close or not. Just wait. Be patient. The trade might go, look as if it's about to hit us. In fact, it might even get so close. It will not just touch it, it will not reverse. I've seen that happen so many times. For example, today, the SL of this trade, I moved it to like 31, right? I moved to 31. I was on a buy. From 38, I moved to 31. I was on this buy. It looked like it was about to get to it. Some people will see this and be like, oh God, this trade is about to hit SL. I'm so sad. Let me just close now. If you're not an analyzer, you don't have to analyze the market and you close. That's on you. The analyzer can tell you whether to close or not because they can read the market and they can read the movement. But you're just like, oh, SL looks like it's about to hit. If SL hasn't hit, it hasn't hit. If you've not been told to close the trade, don't close the trade. Just be a little bit patient and stop trying to run away from losses. They are part of the game. The only thing is, as you're losing, just make sure you're making way more, right? You should have a trading plan before you start. Your trading plan tells you, okay, I'm not going to trade anything more than with SL of more than $5. You see a trade like this, your common sense should tell you not to enter that trade. It does not align with your trading plan. Your trading plan, the least loss you should put like $3 or $4 because most trades, that's where they are. $5 highest. If it passes $5, don't take the trade. Either your trading plan tells you have a bigger account size and your bigger account tells you, okay, I can take up to $100 loss. Maybe my account is $1,000. If you reach that $100, if a trade is going to be that $100, don't take it. 1. 2, if you decided that your loss for the day is going to be $5 and you see a trade like this, maybe it was at $5, you see another trade, the SL is like $2 or $3. You see another trade, please just choose one. Are you taking the first $5 or are you going to take one trade of $3 and one trade of $2? Don't go and put all of them because now you're risking what? You're risking $5 plus $2 plus $3. That's $8. If you don't understand what I just explained now, please go back, slow this video down, watch it again. Watch it 2, 3, 4 times because it is actually very easy to understand. Maybe you just don't understand it yet because you're still a newbie. That is why I'm telling you to watch it again. Watch it again, try and practice on your demo. I know that it might feel counterproductive to practice on your demo, but what is more counterproductive is losing money losing money because you don't have enough skills, right? So that is it. This should be a holy grail of trading. If you're ever confused about anything, come back and watch this video. Okay? So that is all. Good day.